a second-time juvie offender, what do I do? All those things, it's so important to have that kind of website that can identify, have everything that they need. And I think that would probably be the number one thing. It's tough for us with PSA specifically because it's hard for us because we don't get the opportunity to toot our own horn very much for what we do, because what we do is really wonderful. It's fantastic. And I believe so much in what we do, but so much of what we do is private and confidential. I mean, like our safe home, we can't really disclose where it is in case kids were on the run from an abusive parent. We don't want that to be publicly known.
Right.
That kind of thing is tough. But specifically, the website is a huge thing in today's marketplace.
So with your website, currently the way that it stands, which obviously you're not happy with, you're looking for the changes, currently it looks as though all of the information is just kind of thrown onto it, and it is not decipherable as far as who that information is directed to.
Yes.
So if I'm understanding you correctly, just to check my perception here, we're looking to develop the website so that it's easy to navigate for the youth that may need their specific questions answered, and the information germane to what their circumstances are readily available, and then the families that may be looking for services to help them through their crisis situations, and then possibly another link for just businesses and individuals as far as being able to get involved through donations and other things along that line. All right. What about, now we have various social networking tools that are available that we are capable of building for you, and some of those things include like MySpace and Facebook utilities that can be used, and as you're probably aware, there's an extremely large amount of youth that are in those networks. Do you see those things as being beneficial for Northwest Youth Services?
Yes, we do have, we have a Facebook, MySpace page for the Just Us. We have a MySpace page for the Safe Home program, and we do have a MySpace page for the Transitional Living program.
Okay.
I do think that those things are very important to reach today's youth. Today's youth they don't trust the regular media.
Right.
They do not whatsoever, and they don't tend to listen to local radio.
That's
so those things are very important.
No, as far as the upkeep is concerned on those MySpace pages, that's 3 MySpace pages. That is, a pretty decent chunk of upkeep. Do you have someone who does that regularly?
It's done by the department, by the program. So the Transitional Living, I think Hannah takes care of that. And then the Just Us, the gay and transsexual group, and then the Safe Home, those are maintained by the same crew. That's through the Safe Home.
Okay. And then as far as Facebook goes, is that something that you might be interested in adding to that list of social networking tools?
I think so. To have one overall Northwest Youth Services site through Facebook, I think would be good.
I don't know, and I'm not fully versed in Facebook. I'm just getting into that. But they do have programs that you can set up donation sites directly linked to your Facebook page to get money for your organization. And there's a myriad of options in that realm. If we were to set up a Facebook account for Northwest Youth Services as an umbrella site, like a central Facebook page, do you think that Hannah would be able to take on another maintenance project?
Probably pertaining to that, it would be something that I would end up doing.
That you would do.
And it's, when you set up donation sites, it's one of those things where it can be kind of tough for people as a donor going to look at it. They're so fearful of giving their credit card over the internet. I just attended a class in Seattle with Penelope Burke, who does a lot of donor-based fundraising research, and she talked about that when people give over the internet, they tend to look now at the information, but close to 50% of them don't donate online. They then go back and they send in a check or call and transact over the phone.
Right.
So it's a really, like, if the site looks completely different from the rest of the site, then they're very afraid that they've been rerouted somewhere else. But that's something I'd be definitely interested in at least looking at.
Well, maybe what we can do is work to set up just a basic Facebook page for Northwest Youth Services that gives some insight into your programs and services, and then leave it open for you to, when you've taken it over, to decide from there what you'd like to add as far as those things go, and especially because I imagine that involves some numbers and tax ID things that
Yes.
we don't need to be privy to.
Yeah.
So we can leave those open. Let's see, is there any segment of the population that you feel that you're missing the mark on reaching, that you feel like you really need to extend yourself as a business to?
I think having a better website would make a huge difference. I'm always embarrassed to include our website and on anything I put out, just because I'm like, oh, don't look at that. But I think that expanding into more MySpace and Facebook would be beneficial, because we do want to reach out and make sure that kids who are in need know that we're here. That's just one of those things, unless you need the services, you often don't know that it exists. In the current financial situation that we're in, there are always more people in need. It just kind of trickles on down, and people may have never needed our services before, and we want to make sure that they know we're here.
Well, I think that through the updates on the website that we are able to do and in the process of doing, and with the addition of a Facebook page, and certainly the radio announcements that you sent out, so many that I did one.
No, yours was great.
It will be aired daily now, and I believe it was supposed to have started this past Friday, so it should be aired now daily up until the 20th, the day of the dinner. But I think that with those things, then maybe we can really work towards helping you spread that out further, and up that awareness and accessibility for the people who may be seeking to help or to be helped by you. Mm-hmm. So I think that concludes my questions. Does anybody else have any other questions? You have not had a chance to see the website. That has not been sent to you yet. Mm-hmm. Okay. It's very much, we're at about 55% completion.
Great.
Just some formatting and trying to find the right stock pictures of happy kids. So
not too beautiful, not too happy.
Yeah, right.
More realistic.
We're trying to work those things out, and we'll certainly get you a link to preview that as soon as it's in a condition where we feel comfortable showing it to you.
Great.
But if there's no other questions for Sonya, then I think we're through. Thank you so much.
Room